Hello, it is Matty B, the best coach in Beachbody. I got a little story to tell. A while back I was in a car accident with a drunk driver that put me in a coma. This is a lovely picture of the car, or what was left of it. Hit head on, doing 60 miles an hour, and I was in a coma when they took me to the hospital, and then I came out of the coma after 5 days, but I was paralyzed on my right side. Had no memory of who I was, who my family was, didn't know anything. And then both my knees were broke, my lower back's messed up, my shoulders messed up, and it caused pain sporadically throughout ever since the accident happened. To the point where, my arm was in a sling for 9 months right before I got involved with Beachbody and got on Shakeology, which helped tremendously because within 3 days all the pain was gone, my shoulder was fine. So, but the doctors told me after I got out of my accident in the hospital, after like 6 months, that it was a miracle that I lived, but that I could never lift weights again because my body was so badly damaged. Well, I have a deficiency on listening to people, and I didn't listen to anything they said, and I tried to get back in the gym. But I was in extreme pain, so there was a lot of things I couldn't do. I was painful just walking. So I altered my workout with my associate, Patrick, and we came up with a workout that we developed over the years that is tremendous in helping people. And this is when I was still in the coma. This is after I came out of the coma, was in a wheelchair because I was paralyzed on my right side. Then this is today. I'm in shape, better shape than I ever was before my accident now. And my joints and tendons are tremendously strong, better than they were before my accident. And the reason is because of the workout that we developed. And the workout that we developed, I'm going to introduce you to Patrick now, and he's going to explain more on that subject and how the workout helps your tendons, your joints, people who have been injured, people who... I'll let Patrick finish the story. Patrick, come on.
Hello, my name is Patrick Kramer.
Speak loud.
Okay, my name is Patrick Kramer. I'm from Germany, and I'm a professional trainer for over 13 years now. I got a special rehab license, so I work with people like Matt most of the times, also with professional athletes. I will come to that point a little bit later. And we came up with a special program with a special exercise that, for example, Matt is going to show in a bit, to work the pecs and the tris and the front shoulders. And we have to, or we actually came up with a movement which has to be really slow. Some people, or most of the people inside the gym, do momentum workouts. Okay, they want to use a lot of weight, they want to overload the muscle, which is good, but it's not working that way. Most of the people believe it's working this way. It's not. Let me tell you, it's definitely not. You can blow out your joints, you can blow out your disc in your spine, you can get serious injuries, and it always happens. For example, people who do CrossFit, they think they're the best and they're like the best shape. They're definitely not. If you ask people who do CrossFit, every single person I met has told me, yes, I had some serious injury, I could not work out for several weeks or sometimes even months. Anyway, the movement has to be really slow. Okay, slow. What is slow? 2 seconds is slow for some people, 10 seconds is slow for some people, a minute is slow for some people. Let me get to the point real quick. We decided to make it 10 seconds for the positive phase, 2 seconds for the static phase, so when the muscle is under full contraction, and another 10 seconds for the negative phase. So he would do 4 reps max. If he's able to do 4 reps, he definitely has to increase the resistance no matter what. And every person who's doing our special workout has to follow this routine, definitely. Most of the people, especially women, they are worrying about using more and more weight because they think, oh, I don't want to get too big. Well, in order, for example, to get toned, you have to increase, definitely you have to increase the weights. Otherwise, the skin can get toned and can get tightened because the muscle sits underneath the skin. And only if the muscle, it's like a balloon, only if the muscle gets bigger, the skin around the muscle will get tighter and tighter, and that's what women want. They want a tone, okay? So we're gonna do a really slow controlled movement because it activates more muscle fibers than compared to using momentum or faster repetitions. You activate all the red fibers, all the white fibers. So that means you activate all the slow twitch and fast twitch fibers. But only if you do this certain amount of movement. If you go faster, it's not working that way. And every person is different. So that basically means some people have more fast twitch fibers, other people have more slow twitch fibers. But in order to activate all these muscle fibers inside your body, inside your muscles, you definitely have to use this slow controlled movement and definitely hit muscular failure. Otherwise, nothing is going to happen. You don't progress, your body's not going to change, and you definitely want to progress. You want to look different, okay? You want to improve yourself. So Matt is going to start off with this exercise.
And our workouts have so many different levels that people, the general public, let's say they start this with this form, with the weight correct and everything, on a bench, okay? And they finally get the form down correctly, because it's going to take a while, because this is something nobody's ever done, and they got to get used to it first. So they get used to it on the bench, where it's finally stable and steady, and they got it down. Then they can move to the ball. But when they move to the ball, that's going to be a lot more difficult. So some will have to start with their feet wide apart to help stabilize them, even against a wall to help stabilize them even more. Then as they improve and get that down, they can move away from the wall. Then as they improve and get that down, they can move their feet closer and closer and closer until they're together. And eventually, professionals like me can do it on 1 foot away from the wall. But we won't get to that today. But anyway, so this is halfway or over half of the advanced way through, because I'll be doing it away from the wall, my feet together. I mean, to me this is nothing, but the general public, they would not be able to do this. It'd take a lot to get them that far, but okay. So I'm going to start with incline press. So my feet are together. My chest is at a 45-degree angle. My shoulders are way out to the sides.
Elbows are way out, because only if your elbows are way out, that's the only way you can work the full range of movement if you work out your pecs, okay? Most of the people think you have to use a narrow grip or a really wide grip in order to use the pecs. No. It's the elbows that makes the difference in working the pecs, okay?
And my cat spots me sometimes too.
So Matt is going to start off with a pre-stretch position, okay?
Ready?
And then he's going to do the movement really slow. So like I said, about 10 seconds for the positive face. That's perfect form. And now here comes the clue. Most of the people would stop right here. No, not with our movement. Now Matt is pushing the dumbbells together, because now he's getting a bigger and better, more effective contraction inside his pecs. Okay, that's good enough. And now he's going to lower the dumbbells really slow. Check out the elbows, always pointed to the outside, otherwise your pecs are not going to be working great. All the way down, perfect.
Now on that one, I turn the dumbbells in together. This one I'm going to keep them facing forward and press them together.
Perfect. Nice and slow, perfect. And now he's going to push them together again, as strong as possible, okay? Not only push them, but as strong as possible. You want to squeeze them together, like there's no tomorrow. Perfect. Now he's going to lower. And you can actually hear Matt breathing, so it's really important that you inhale, exhale, okay? All the time. If you go up on the positive face, you definitely have to inhale and exhale. Okay, good job. And it doesn't matter how many times you inhale or exhale, just so that you feel comfortable and just so that you can do the movement till you hit muscular failure.
And you have to keep your stomach tight and flexed.
Of course.
It's just take a nice breath, breathing as you go and keeping your stomach tight.
Yeah. So I'm working as a physical therapist as well, and I work with doctors for many, many years. I can read diagnosis. I know exactly what to do. And so most of the people I work with, they always go and tell me, okay, Patrick, if I push something, I have to exhale. If I let it come back, then I have to inhale, right? And I always go, no, that's wrong. That's what some professional powerlifters do, okay? But they're not worrying about their body. They're just worrying about the weights, okay? In order to like achieve first place or winning the gold medal or whatever, they're not worrying about their body. We are worrying about the body. We want to get you in the best shape of your life and definitely want to have a healthy body, okay? And in order to achieve that, you have to do these special movements in this really slow, controlled manner. And also, again, I cannot repeat myself as many times as I would like to. You definitely have to breathe in a regular, normal way, like you were talking to somebody, okay? Now Matt is going to do a next exercise for upper arms. He's going to do curls on the Bosu ball.
Now, the form for this exercise would be, okay, I'm going to do the form one time.
Yeah.
And so I'm standing on the ground, got my elbows into my stomach.
No, why don't you show the way most of the people do the biceps curl? Okay, you see that all around the world in every single gym, okay?
You want me to regular speed or anything?
Yeah, regular speed, and he's going to show you the way people are holding the dumbbells, okay? And they think, hey, look at my weights, look at my biceps, look at my tris, I'm working out great. No, it's not.
Ready?
Yeah, just like that.
Okay.
I'll do both arms at the same time, and notice his elbows where they are pointed, okay? Maybe we can make a 90-degree twist, and now show the exercise again with both arms at the same time, Matt. Yeah.
And most people do alternate arms, which is not beneficial either, because while you're curling this arm's getting a rest, and you want the muscles to be under constant tension the whole time. So you want to use both arms at the same time, never rest. So now, our form, got the elbows in the stomach.
Exactly, because now if Matt is curling the dumbbells up, his bicep is getting a much stronger contraction through the full range of movement. It's a huge difference if you keep your elbows on your stomach or if you keep your elbows on the side. Like I said, and like we discussed, most of the people are keeping the elbows on the side and doing the curls. The degree is way different if you keep perfect full stretch, slow controlled manner. So the degree of curling the dumbbell up, if Matt is keeping his arms on the front of his stomach, is very different than compared to having his arm on the side of his body. Okay?
And they usually swing the way anyway, but
yeah,
needless to say. But anyway, that's the correct form. Now, once you advance to where that's easy, you could do the same form, stand on one leg, which would make it harder.
Exactly.
And then, when that gets easy, you could jump up on the Bosu ball with your feet wide apart to help stabilize you. Do the curl. Then as that got easy, you could move your feet together, which would make it a lot more harder to stabilize yourself, which works your core even more. But when that got easy, then you get up on one leg with your leg straight, and I'll get to that in a second.
Perfect form, perfect form. And please notice that the dumbbells are nice and even, okay? All the way up. Full contraction. He's going to hold them for a couple seconds, flexing his biceps as strong as possible, and now he's going to lower it. And always want to make sure that the dumbbells are straight, because it makes a huge difference for the biceps if the arms are not straight, are not even out, if they're like pointed a little bit inwards or outwards, okay?
Now on that one, I was on one leg and I had this leg locked. Now, if I unlock this leg and bend it slightly, it makes it that much harder.
Exactly.
So, now the leg is bent. Outtake. Let me try that one again.
Perfect form, perfect form. Please notice again his breathing, okay? Maybe you're able to hear it.
Oh, crap. Outtake.
It's getting tough. It's getting tough. So as he goes up with the dumbbells, he inhales and exhales, okay? Several times. Just so that he feels comfortable, just so that he can finish the movement.
If I didn't mention it yet, when you bend that leg a little bit, it's hard.
Of course, the lower you go down with your leg, the stronger the exercise gets. And of course your core is under full contractions, under strong tension the whole time.
And I worked out this morning, so I'm already dead, but there's one more level I could go to. Bend the leg and do figure eights with the other leg. But I'm not going to do that right now, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, so we have several different stages of our exercise.
And we have a complete workout, total body workout. This is just a tease of just a couple of the exercises. And we have other things where we can add, I forget the word now, stability core.
Proprioception?
What's that called? Okay, I'll skip that for now too. But these are just a couple of the exercises, basic exercises, just to show, I mean, we have a whole complete workout at many different levels. And there's upgrades to this workout, which would be released a year after this workout comes out. Then another upgrade that would be released a year after that, after these workouts are marketed already. The ball.
Yeah. So Matt is getting the ball now, and I would like to explain real quick what my job is for the past 13 years. So I work mostly with people who have severe problems, like joint problems. Like I said, I'm working in a rehab center, or I train them at home because they're not comfortable with going to like a physical therapist company or something, or a medical center. And I also work with professional athletes, because this system we developed is not only good for people getting in shape who have joint problems, or like Matt had some serious car accident or some serious injuries and getting back on track, but it's also really beneficial for professional athletes. So for example, I worked with Arthur Abraham. He was a world champion in boxing, and I also worked with a famous guy. He's really famous in Germany. I always call him the Indiana Jones of Berlin. He's in
MMA, judo,
archaeologist, whatever Indiana Jones is doing. He's digging. Yeah, he's digging for some old stuff. Anyway, to make a long story short, he was the European judo champion. Yeah, while he was working out with me, and he was over 50. So people believe if they do slow controlled movements, and like I said earlier, it has to have a certain amount of time under load, time under tension. If you hit that plateau, then you definitely have to increase the resistance again, no matter what. I cannot repeat myself too often. That's really important. So anyway, so people like boxers, or for example, judo people, judokars, they have to be quick, okay? And most of the people believe okay, if I'm doing slow movements, I become slower. Completely wrong. You get faster, you get stronger because again, you activate more muscle fibers, you activate all the fast twitch, all the slow twitch fibers inside your body, and that's again the only way how you can get all the muscle fibers recruited in your muscle bellies. Only. And if a boxer is working out with me like Artur Abraham was, he doesn't become slower, he becomes faster because we are doing certain exercises, and of course at the same time he's doing his special boxing techniques. So he developed more strength and his punches became way faster. That's why he was still world champion. Okay? Same thing with the judoka. You have to grab the other person really fast, really quick in order to throw him or to put him on the ground. And if you're slow, you can't do that. But the way we worked out in certain exercises, he became faster, and of course he got way stronger, so he could easily throw the other person on the floor, and that's why he became European champion for people over 50. So that's quite an achievement, I believe.
And another misconception that a lot of people have in the weight room, which I had when I was younger. Before my accident, I was wearing a weight belt, wrapping my knees, wearing wraps on my wrist, which was taking all my joints out of the workout so they didn't get stronger. They had assistance so they didn't need to work. The muscles would get stronger, but the joints wouldn't. Then after my accident, when my joints were screwed, I started working out with real light weights, no belts, no wraps, no nothing, and brought the weight up slow, but did the exercises slow and increased the strength in my tendons. So today, after the horrible accident I was in, my joints and tendons are 10 times as strong as they ever were before my accident. I'm in 10 times better shape today after my accident than I ever was before my accident. And now we'll do the hyperextension.
Exactly. Hyperextensions, really important to work the lower back, the erector spinae. Most of the people neglect working out this special muscle group. Why? I don't know why.
They don't see it.
Yeah, they don't see it. They think, okay, gotta work the chest, gotta work the arms, that's what matters, that's what counts. Completely wrong. So many people, not only in Europe, but also here in the United States of America, have serious, severe low back problems. Most of the people sit in offices all day long. They don't sit up straight. They sit comfortable because they have to sit there maybe 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or even more hours. So they sit comfortable, they get home, they sit in the car all the time, they come home and go, oh honey, oh, my back hurts, I gotta see a physical therapist, I gotta see a doctor, I gotta get a shot or something. That costs money. It costs you time and it costs you money. And we're gonna present and show a way of working out this muscle group, so that it becomes stronger, so that the pain disappears, and also you can work out so that you will never even get the pain. Okay? So Matt is going to show the hyperextensions.
Let me say one thing really quick first. After my accident, they told me I could never lift weights again. And I was in good shape before my accident, but after my accident, I've competed 2 times in the strongest man alive. Bam! Right on trucks and flipping 700-pound tractor tires. So my body is very, very good now, better than it ever was. And here's the next exercise.
Okay, so Matt is going to lean with his entire body above the ball. Okay, now let me explain it real quick. Most of the people will do hyperextensions with a flat back, like you do deadlifts. Okay, if you do deadlifts, you gotta have a straight back, no question about it. But if you do the hyperextensions in the right way, you definitely, there's no other way. It's basic anatomy, and I don't know why I never see this inside a gym. It's basic anatomy that you have to make an arch in your back in order to straighten the complete muscle, in order to stretch the muscle. Same thing with the biceps. You always have to go full extension in order to stretch the biceps, okay? And then you contract it, you go all the way up. Same thing with the erector spinae, with the lower back muscle, which leads towards the butt and goes all the way up towards the head, the caput, okay? So he has to go around the ball.
So does he want to be on the side, getting the back from the side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to come over here to get the back from the side?
So, just one sec. Wait. So again, he has to make an arch. So he just leans his complete body over the ball, okay, to get like a pre-stretch. And then in order to work the muscle in its natural fashion, okay, you always want to work your muscle in natural fashion, okay. Same thing with the kinetic chain, okay. So he's going to start off with his arms all the way down to make the stretch even better, even bigger. And now he's going to put his hands on the side of his head. His elbows go way up, way out. And now he slowly raises his upper body as high as possible. And the higher he gets, the more he's bringing the shoulders back. Okay, now he's making an arch backwards as high as possible. And that's the only way to work the entire muscle group from the butt all the way up towards the head. He's going to hold it for a couple seconds. And now here comes the point. Now he's lowering his upper body. And the lower he gets, the more he's bringing in the shoulders up front towards the floor. And of course, the elbows as well. Because he wants to make the arch. Okay? Now he's crawling in like a little cat. Perfect. He's going to bring down his arms towards the floor in order to make the stretch bigger. And now do one more rep. Perfect. Shoulders back, elbows back. And now, disc by disc, he's going to come up as high as possible. Perfect, perfect. Awesome. And now he's holding it on the top position, but not only holding, he's trying to go even higher because that puts more pressure on the muscle. Okay, slowly lower yourself. Most people would just try to hold this special position for a couple seconds, but if you try to go higher, you activate more muscle fibers because the contraction gets way higher, way stronger, way tougher. Perfect. And at the end, if this is your last rep, and you know you can't do any more because you basically have not done the full range of movement during your last rep, you want to straighten out your arms and get a full stretch. Hold that for a couple seconds and then it's good enough. Okay, perfect. So if you do this exercise, like let's say once or twice a week, what we recommend doing our workout only once or twice a week. You don't have to do it 3, 4, 5 times a week. That's too much because like I said again, if you work out in this slow controlled manner, you activate all the muscle fibers inside your muscle bellies. That puts more pressure on the muscles, less pressure on the joints because you have to use less weights. Less weights does not necessarily mean less contraction on the muscles. It's actually the other way around because you work your muscle in the natural way, so it activates more muscle fibers, and that's why it means you have to have more recovery time because you're working the muscles way harder, way stronger. So you need more recovery days, definitely. That's why it's beneficial to work out in this manner only once or twice a week. It depends, of course, on your recovery time. Maybe you could start off with like 3 times a week, but definitely no more. So basically working out every other day. And the stronger you get, the less workouts you need. But they have to be more intense. And we have so many special techniques to make even this exercise harder, stronger, so that your muscles get so thick that you can easily lift something heavy, and you don't have to do a special deadlift position. You can just lift it up because it's the natural way of the spine. you crawl in like a little cat, and you come back up. Okay, that's a natural movement of the spine. So the regular deadlift, like this, for example, stiff leg or like bent leg deadlift, is not a natural movement. So for example, if I drop down my cell phone on the floor, please show me one people without any back problems who would pick up a cell phone like this. I've never seen anybody. You would pick up your cell phone or your keys or whatever like this. So if you work out in a natural way, again, your muscle knows how to work and how to support the spine, which is really important, really beneficial. So as soon as you lift up something heavy, nothing can happen in your spine. Definitely nothing. Of course, if you lift up, I don't know, 1,000 pounds and you want to do that, okay, that might be too much. But I don't know, a little heavy box or something, don't worry about it. Nothing is going to happen because your muscle is used to work in this way. So it stabilizes the spine throughout the full range of movement.
Because as we're saying, many people today go to pick up a 5-pound object off the floor and go, oh, I just threw my back out.
Exactly.
Because they've never exercised their lower back and strengthened it. If it's strong, I can pick up whatever I want with my back because I've trained it and exercised it thoroughly. That's the way it should be.
Exactly. Or they work out the lower back, like we said earlier, doing regular deadlifts. Either bent leg deadlifts or stiff leg deadlifts. But again, this is definitely not a natural movement of the spine nor of the erector spinae. No question about it.
And today was just a brief sample of just 3 exercises. And like I said, we have a total complete body workout, but we just want to get your curiosity going, man, these guys are good. So you want to talk to us, so then we can tell you the whole story and get this workout going. Because by next year, I am a coach with the company. So I understand that I cannot be a trainer, but Patrick is from Germishland, and he's not a coach, and he's not going to become a coach because I want him to be the trainer to do the video. I will be one of his lackeys in the background doing one of the different levels, because we can show there's 5 different levels for each exercise, and I'll be doing one of the exercises because I want to be in the video, hey, 15 minutes of fame, right? So this is just the very first video to introduce us to you and let you know we know what we're talking about. Because next year at this time, I want to turn on the TV late at night and see. And next up is Slow and Grow with Matty B. Except it'll probably have to be called Patrick because I can't claim.
We'll talk about that later.
Yes. Thank you, and we'll talk soon.
Thank you.